not go to a facility and just drop off your business card.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group, and you are the broker.com, helping you to build a highly effective and highly profitable broker business. This might be a long video, so I know it's been a while since my last one, so that's why, because you guys have been sending a lot of great emails. A lot of them are garbage. I'm going to be honest with you. That sounds rough. It sounds rough to say, I know it, but so many of you got that chaser mentality, and you're going to email us or call us, hey, I'm interested in starting an NEMT business. What's the next step? Man, read the information, study it. But for those of you who send us serious questions, we appreciate it. So here's what I did. It's been a while since my last video. I had my team. I told them, hey, put together a number of questions. I went and pared it down because they gave me too much. I'd be here for 2 hours, and I don't have that much time. That's why I don't make these videos as much. I'm too busy, and I'm not complaining. God is good. We got a lot going on. Broker business is slamming, which is phenomenal. Got busy with working with many of you in the NEMT and home care industries, working on launching a whole new business for next year. Always got to plan ahead, man. Always got to be 1 year ahead. So anyways, I'm sure I'm going to go off on some tangents because some of these questions are great. So anyways, I had them put in a couple of hater emails. And this is actually from a couple weeks ago, because we didn't get any recently, so I actually pulled in these hater emails from a couple weeks ago because they're somewhat pertinent to some of the topics I want to discuss today. So let me stop babbling for a minute, going off on tangents. Let me just dive right in. This first person writes, please keep making videos more often. I'm learning a ton and value everything tremendously. Awesome. That's what we want. We want you to be that dry sponge to water, soaking it all in. But that's one end of the spectrum. That's one person with one view. Please keep making videos more often. I'm learning a ton and value everything tremendously. That's awesome. If I had more time, freedom, and flexibility, I'd make more videos, but I don't have that luxury. At the other end of the spectrum, we have, I like your videos much better when you only focus on transportation. Please stick with transportation. It's more helpful. You can't get any more binary than that. Please keep making more videos more often. I'm learning a ton and value everything tremendously. I like your videos much better when you only focus on transportation. Please stick with transportation. It's more helpful. Here's the deal. We all continue to grow, evolve, all that warm, feel-good fluff. I'm sorry, I'm not one-dimensional. And my videos, my content are not just about, I want to be the best transportation provider I can be. There's so much free crap online. There's so much of the brother-in-law advice. There's so much chaser content, free stuff. For you who only wants me to be one-dimensional and pigeonholed and only put out transportation, please go chase with chasers. The hunting is good. There's so much. This is not for you anymore. And I'm just being honest with you. So if you got to unsubscribe and go, I get it. I understand. Not every relationship is made to last forever. Here's the deal. Here's chaser advice. I touched upon this in previous videos. Here's chaser advice. If you want Medicaid work, sign up with the broker, use your own car, get insurance, and they're going to give you the trips. So sit back, be lazy, get the trips. They can give you a lot, they can give you a little. They're mostly going to be ambulatory because brokers want ambulatory. Even if the person's in a wheelchair, to the best of your ability, they want you wheeling the person out, transfer them to the car. That way they can pay you ambulatory. So is that in the best interest of the patient? No. It's in the best interest with the highest margin for the broker. But that's what they want you to do. So chaser advice, if you want Medicaid, sign up with the broker, just wait and receive the trips. Get insurance and do the best, and you'll get paid once a week, once every other week through direct deposit. That's all you need for Medicaid. For private pay, chaser advice is simple. Go market yourself. Go market yourself. Go to facilities and hand out your business cards and your trifold brochures that nobody reads anymore. So that's it. You want Medicaid work as a chaser? Go get insurance, use your car, sign up with the broker, take wherever they give you. For private pay for a chaser, go market yourself. Hand out business cards and trifolds that no one reads anymore. That's it. In fact, I'm going to play right now a 30-second clip from someone who came to one of my recent events. He works in a facility. Listen to what he says. This is exactly what he's saying. This is what happens when you visit facilities and you just simply drop off your business card and your trifold brochures that no one reads anymore. This is chaser advice. This attendee works in a facility. He's a decision maker in a facility. Listen to him, because this is what chaser advice does for you.
But how long do you think it was before I typed everything up in that facility?
Yeah,
Everything.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something, and this is reality. Do not go to a facility and just drop off your business card.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't you dare to do. They just drop the business card. And what are you? Okay, no. Boom.
Throw in the garbage.
Yeah, throw in the garbage.
All right, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, here's the thing. I'm at a point in time, again, because I'm busy, because my team is busy, many people have complained, well, why don't you answer the phone more often? Because my people are busy every single day. They're either doing content development, content research for me, and or they're constantly working on market analysis, and we're freaking swamped. It is what it is. Great problem to have. I mentioned previously, I need to focus on the people who are serious. Bottom line, I don't have time for chasers. My team doesn't have time for chasers. I'm not going to pay other people to come on board and answer stupid questions, stupid phone calls. And again, not all of you are like that. Trust me, I'm not trying to belittle all of you, just some of you, I guess. But trust me, some of you send awesome emails, and we love it and appreciate it. I'm thinking about possibly getting with my developers and putting something together, some type of a portal system. So if you sign up with us, if you purchase something with us, if you're a UMTPG member, if you purchase ebooks, market analysis, coaching, whatever, you got your own username, password, login, all of your information is there that you had invested in. That way, if you got the ebook, you'll always get the most up-to-date ebook. You could always see the questions, the Q&A, your market analysis, things like that. I'm just thinking about that. Actually, kind of like more right now, out loud thinking with you as I talk. But I'm thinking about doing something like that maybe for next year. We'll see. So if that is the case and you purchased some items from us, make sure you have a receipt or something like that, because if we do deploy a strategy like that, we're going to make sure that you get the most up-to-date information, bottom line. But I got to think about that a little bit more, and then I'll talk with my developers. We'll see where we're at, because we've been busy. We're working on a whole different project for next year, whole new software system for completely different. Phenomenal. But anyways, here's what I clearly want you to understand. If all you want to be is the best transportation provider, you're good. You can check out now, you unsubscribe, you're good, you're gone. I want you building wealth, bottom line. That's it. I want you to be rich, bottom line. That's it. Let me put things in perspective for you. There's some of you watching this right now, and you're operating your NEMT business, and you're working hard. You're working hard. And you're transporting people who are on Medicaid. What happens when you're done? When you're done working, what happens? Did you make money? Did you build wealth all these years? Some of you, here's the irony, some of you will have worked hard, transported all these Medicaid recipients. And one day, you're probably going to be on Medicaid yourself. So if you just want to be a chaser, and there's so many chasers giving the stupidest advice out there, I can't impress upon you enough. Consider the sources of the people you listen to, because again, I say half of the people we work with, we got to play cleanup duty. My staff will tell you it's more than that, but regardless, it's a lot. You follow this stupid advice out there, this nonsensical advice, it costs you time, money, and effort, and then we got to play cleanup duty, and it just kills. It's a waste of your time and my time, and this is why we need to focus more on people who are serious versus the nonsense. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna come up with something, but because I gotta find ways to further filter out the nonsense, because I'm gonna be busy next year. We're all busy. It is what it is. We don't have time for stupidity and the brother-in-law advice and the chaser stuff. So again, my goal is for you to build wealth. I want you to leverage your NEMT business as a platform. Make as much money as you can. Squeeze that fruit until the fruit juice doesn't even come out anymore. Leverage that platform. Diversify that platform. Invest multiple. Sell that business at a multiple. Invest your money. Build wealth, bottom line. So for you who said, I like your videos much better when you only focus on transportation, please stick with transportation. It's more helpful. Go be a chaser. I don't have time for it. Fat man is out. All right, let me move on to some other questions here. Good stuff. Florida has opened up. This is a question. Florida has opened up without restrictions. What are your thoughts on using PPE in working with facilities? So a very good question. Florida has opened up without restrictions. Good for you, Florida. What are your thoughts on using PPE in working with facilities? Now, before I answer this question, let me just get to the next big hater. This person, I don't know if it's male or female, says, shut your fat hole. You know nothing about the seriousness of this pandemic. Shut your fat hole. Dude, that is so awesome. Dude, everyone's a BTG. Everyone's a big tough guy behind the keyboard, man. You would never talk to me like this in front of me. If you were in my office right now, you wouldn't talk to me like this. Because if you were a man, I wouldn't even punch you. I would straight up man slap you. And I'd do it twice. One for each hand. I would man slap you. And you're probably small and skinny. And because only skinny people would talk like that. Shut your fat hole. You're a snowflake. And don't worry, I'm fat. Oh, I had my Dunkins this morning. Trust me. And I got some left over. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna have more. I'm fat. I get that. You know nothing about the seriousness of this pandemic. Another person writes, why do you keep calling this a scamdemic? Because it's a scam. Look, is the virus serious? 100%. My brother right now, I have two older brothers. One of them right now is suffering from coronavirus. Has it. I have a cousin, very serious, had it. I know other people had it. The virus is serious. However, just do any of the data and statistics that you want. And the most recent ones that came out from CDC is you are up to age 70. You are 99 point blah, 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 blah likely to recover. I mean, come on. At least let me I can't even get sick anymore. You're 99.9, whatever it is, 99 point something likelihood of recovering. If you're 70 and above, it falls to 94.8 or something like that. So let's say 95. Let's say 94, whatever you want. Regardless, you are more likely at this point to die from flu, pneumonia, being hit by a car. Why are we not outlawing cars? I don't know. I look at this scamdemic from a different perspective. People are recovering. That's phenomenal. That's what we want. People's lives are being destroyed. I have client providers who are going through bankruptcy right now. I got one guy who's been highly leveraged. I told him to go make an appointment. He needs to speak with a counselor. I hope I'm absolutely wrong. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I don't play one on TV. I didn't stay at the Holiday Inn Express last night. But, I mean, I don't know, man. This guy was just, the way he was talking was just not good. He's not in a good place. I mean, hit everything. He's lost everything because of this scandemic, and people don't care. Politicians do not care. We're losing a younger generation. Kids think that wearing masks is normal. I'm sorry, wearing masks is not normal. Go down the street, one of these schools down here, not far from my house, it says, wear a mask, save a life. What does it even mean? That's so flippin' stupid. Dude, there's like Lumberjack Bob. I'm not crapping on lumberjacks because y'all work hard. I saw a guy in the store the other day, big old hairy beard everywhere, it's just chicken grease everywhere, birds chirping in it, hair sticking out, the dirtiest flipping mask. Is he saving a life because he has a mask? No, that's grimy. There's not even good hygiene there. But because he has a mask, somehow he's saving a life? That is disgusting. There is no hygiene with that. This is absolutely laughable, this scandal. And what did I say a long time ago, man? What did I say a long time ago? Watch the difference between red and blue states. I said that back at our D-Town in Detroit, right before they shut everything down. I said it. at our March Madness meeting, watch the difference between red and blue states. And I could not have been more correct. I said it again in Orlando. I could not have been more correct. Let me give you another. This is the most classic example that hits close to home. My wife, OBGYN, just recently was notified that she saw a patient like 4 days previously. That patient tested positive. What was she instructed to do? Go home, live in the basement, self-quarantine for 14 days, stay away from your husband and your kids, but come to work every day. Because you're wearing a mask. You're safe. I mean, who comes... This is the stupidity of these frickin' politicians, and it's a scam. Virus, serious, sure. My wife's patient, test positive. You need to quarantine away from husband and wife for 14 days, but you need to show up to work every day. It's okay. You're safe. Wear a mask. Do you hear yourself? That Looney Tune governor from California just said, "Oh, I'm in no rush to open up things." And businesses are shut down. They're laying everybody, Disney World, whatever. Not like I care about that, but whatever. People's lives are being affected, and these politicians don't care. That's why I call it a scamdemic. Virus, serious, sure. People dying, absolutely. Why? Because these Looney Tune politicians took these people and stashed them in nursing homes when they shouldn't have been there. How stupid is that? The most vulnerable, you put them in there. What do? We quarantine healthy people. It's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. So there's my tangent. That's my biggest tangent for the day. I'm sure there's more. But going back to your great question, Florida has opened up with restrictions. What are your thoughts on using PPE and working with facilities? You know what? First and foremost, we got to consider what is the most important variable in your entire business model: the patient. So we got to do everything that's in the best interest of the patient. We know that the elderly person is the most vulnerable, even though they have a 95% chance of recovering. It doesn't matter. They're the most vulnerable. We have to do everything to not only protect them. That's obvious. Okay, so that's given. We have to do everything to protect them, but we also have to do everything to make them feel comfortable and send the message we're doing everything to protect them. So even though the state has opened up, the first thing I would tell you to do is contact every facility you work with and literally ask them, what's their policy? What are they doing? Number one. Number two, ask them, what are your expectations of us? Do they still want you to wear masks when you come in? If they do, of course, you got to do it. Number three, tell them what you're doing. You should still be sanitizing your vehicles regardless. So let them know. If you're wearing masks, let them know you're still going to wear a mask. Maybe you don't have to check people's temperatures, but maybe you're wearing masks. Maybe you're wearing gloves. Maybe you're not wearing gloves. But regardless, you're sanitizing your wheelchairs, your stretchers, your vehicles between transport. So to be clear, what should you do even though the state's opened up? Does this mean you abandon everything? No. If you were doing some other business, you weren't catering to the elderly people, that would be a different story. But for this, we still need to play to our base, the elderly person. We got to take care of them, instill confidence in them that we're doing everything to be safe, protect them. You also want to, your client is also the facility and the staff. We want to send a strong, caring message and concerned message to them as well. And so literally, let's start that conversation by asking, what are your expectations? Whatever it is, whatever they expect, you need to do. So that was a really good question. Again, I got a lot of different things. We're going to be jumping all over. I want to make this video as fast as I could, but who knows? It's going to go off. Hello, Dawn. I want to thank Joel for all of the wealth of information. Oh, that's awesome. I guess you don't want to talk about just transportation. Hello, Dawn. I want to thank Joel for all of the wealth of information and all of you for your help with our market analysis. This is incredible. You guys are all incredible. I think I'm almost positive this is the one that they found over 300 leads, which is not the norm. So if you get a market analysis and you only got 90, 100, 130 leads, this is not the norm. I'm almost positive this is the one that had just over 300. They were in a bigger market, bigger city, more centralized, bottom line. So when they're doing the market analysis, they want to find the hospitals, the nursing facilities, the rehab, skilled care assisted, independent, things like that. So that is a great market analysis right there. Again, that's not the norm, but they're going to work to find you all those leads. So if I want to circle back to what I was talking about. And again, I'm still brainstorming this. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. But if we do something in the future where we really only start to work with people who are serious customers, paying customers, we would do some type of a login portal type thing. Your market analysis, once complete, would populate within your portal. You know, something along those lines. I'll figure it out. I'm going to think more about that one. I'll get back to you. This is something we just started working with. I don't know a whole lot about, but they put this in here because some good comments. It's a husband and wife team. She writes, "We really look forward to working with your team. Something you asked in one of your videos really resonated with us. You asked if our position is improving. This is our 3rd year and both of us are continuing to drive," the husband and wife. "We should have joined you a long time ago. You have harped on the broker business model forever, and we were just too stubborn to spend the money. As you would say, quote, we took the easy way out. I shudder to think of how much time and money our stubbornness has cost us." That's a key point. I shudder to think of how much time and money our stubbornness has cost us. Very good. We need to overhaul our business. So, you know, the old saying, the first step to recovery is admitting the problem. So, I mean, you're there. That's awesome. Let me kind of circle back a little bit to the chasers and the freebie experts. Again, when you really have to consider this, you should always consider the source. You know, I'm a fat man. I love my food. If I'm starving and I need to find that buffet, am I going to ask a skinny person? Hell no. Absolutely not. I'm going to ask the fat person, and I'm going to start to pray that he left me some food. I'm not going to ask a skinny person. I need to ask the fat person for the directions to the buffet. The same thing holds true when it comes to building wealth. I mean, consider the source. This is why I call it brother-in-law advice. You know, you go to Thanksgiving dinner and your brother-in-law tells you, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But he ain't doing it himself. He's a slap. It is what it is. So many of these chasers, it's the same thing. And again, but what I love about this is that, look, you heard the message for a long time. You finally got to a point in time where you're like, you know what, this is not working. You're at 3 years and you're still driving. This is why you got it. When you listen to chasers, you got to say, man, I'm listening to you. Are you a creator or are you a chaser? How long have you been chasing for? How long do you plan to chase? Are you just new to this business and you're just starting to be a chaser? Have you chased for 6 months? Have you chased for a year? Watch some of these. Do your own little anthropology study. Do it for a long time and say, okay, I'm considering some of this guy's stuff. How long has he been in business? How much money is he making? What's his business model look like? Is he even going to be in business a year from now? I mean, why would I listen to that nonsense? But that's chasers do chasers. It is what it is. But this husband and wife team, they're tired of chasing. They're in year 3 and they're still driving, and they realize they need to change. Again, it's scary to think that you could transport Medicaid people all your life and then one day you're going to be on Medicaid yourself. I mean, let that sink in. It's like, so the question, I continue to put out more videos more often. I'm learning a tremendous amount versus only focus on transportation. Screw transportation. Get out of here. It's about wealth creation. So if you can't stand listening to me because you just want to be the best transportation provider, check out. But I love the fact that, again, it could be the tiniest little spark of conversation. And she says here, something you asked in one of your videos really resonated with us. You asked if our position is improving. And it's true. How did you improve from 6 months ago? How did you improve from 1 year ago? How did you improve from 5 years ago? I mean, what's going to change? If nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing changes, you're transporting people on Medicaid. One day you're going to be on Medicaid. That's not the way this is supposed to happen. It's not the way it's supposed to work. You are an entrepreneur because you want to build wealth, make more money, establish more financial freedom and flexibility. That's what it's all about. One thing I want to mention here, and I got to put this in here. I actually put this in myself. If I'm working with you one-on-one, look, I'm here to serve you. I'm not going to chase you. So if I ask you, if I need certain things, please, let Let me help you. If I ask you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't just send me 2 and 3. Send me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's what I need. I'm here to put you in the best possible position. I want you to look the part, be the part, to be positioned the best. So when you engage in facilities, versus just going to facilities and dropping off your business card and your trifold that no one is going to read. That's not what we want to do. That's not our gig. But please, I'm not gonna. Again, you're busy. I'm busy. It is what it is. It's like if you don't stay connected with us, I'm not chasing you. I don't care how much money you spend. I'm not chasing you. And if I ask you for stuff, you don't get it to us, then I mean that's on you. I can only help you as much as you allow me to help you. So if you're, I don't know what you're thinking by hiding stuff from me. Why does your licensing, they're talking about youarethebroker.com, why does your licensing opportunity cost so much? To become an active licensee is $20,000. Because it's a 7-figure business and it's 3 times as big as my NEMT business was. That's why it's so much. Because we're committed to helping you be successful, because you're going to work with one of my RDs for a full year. For a full year. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? It's just, why does it cost so much? I mean, let's say the business only made a few $100,000 a year. Only a few $100,000 a year. Would that still be worth 20 grand? In my book, yeah. I mean, if someone told me, for every dollar you give me, I'm going to give you $1.25. I'm going to keep giving you dollars, because those 25 cents are going to keep adding up. But this is like I'm giving you, I give you $1 and you're going to give me $5, $10. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, I'm going to keep giving you as much as I possibly can. It's like, if I told you, here's a $500,000 business, and I'm going to teach you everything for $20,000, why would you not? But my broker business does 3 times as much as I did with my NEMT. That's why I've owned it. This is my 9th full calendar year, which is longer than my NEMT business. Does your one-on-one coaching opportunity also include coaching with your broker business? Not for me, no. If you sign up for NEMT one-on-one coaching for 60 days, I'm not going to work with you in your broker business. That is geared towards NEMT and home care, bottom line. If you want the broker business, then you do the broker business, and you're going to be working with one of my RDs. That's part of why you pay 20 grand, because you're working with him for a full year. Because we're investing in you. We want you to be successful. Your success is our success. I mean, there's not a get rich quick scheme. That's not like we're going to take your cash and go live in the, go vacation in Tahiti and you're never going to hear from us again. Our goal is for you to be successful. Bottom line. There's a reason why I still operate my broker business. That's what takes up the majority of my time. But it's my moneymaker. Why would I not? This one I really appreciate, because again, we could just talk about transportation. Be the best transportation you could be. Show up on time. Care the most. Kiss the butt of Logisticare and MTM and your brokers. Go visit. Go market yourself. Watch that 30-second clip, man. You see exactly what a decision maker in a facility does. When you show up with your business card, your trifold, it goes right in the garbage, because that's not the way you do it. But anyways, I love the fact that people are digging deep and you want more. This person says, Joel, I am really starting to appreciate your urging us to become investors. Love it. You've got to. I made great money with my NEMT, no doubt. When I sold, you make money. You come away with your own pot of gold. That's great. Could I have done anything I wanted? Pretty much, yeah, but I'd have to be on a budget so you don't waste money. But my real wealth came from leveraging that and investing and building and growing, diversifying. That's how you really make the money. Anyways, Joel, I am really starting to appreciate your urging us to become investors. Everyone tells you to, but you just don't know who to believe. Brother-in-law advice. Everyone wants to sell you something. Your bank statements have been an eye-opener for me, and I am definitely eager to learn more. Any information you can share is welcome. Listen to that. Look at that tone. Not shut your fat hole, not just focus on transportation. This person, any information you can share is welcome. These are people you want to work with. That's awesome. You're referring to my bank statements were for my investment accounts. Let's see. 2 months ago, we were at 50.33% year to date. Dropped a little bit. Last month it was like 40. 49 something. I mean, but we're doing phenomenal. It's awesome. And this is why you've got to love the situation we're in, is that the economy isn't even fully opened yet and the markets are raging the way they are. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, so I'm going to continue to share information about that with you. I'll meet in a couple days with my financial advisor again. We correspond regularly, but I usually meet with them at least once a month because I always want to have a sit down once a month because we're talking about real money, a lot of money, and you got to take care of your money. How do you feel about investing in gold and silver? I'm cool. I mean, that's good. I'm all for it. I'm not against it. Have I done it yet? No. Does it give me the warm and fuzzies? No. I mean, have they both increased in value? 100%. Love it. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying it's not a long play for me. If I get it, if I was day trading more, I think I might go after that. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't, it hasn't captured my fancy yet. It's not a long-term play for me. I'm not going to get it and hold it yet. Again, in the future, I may go after it a little bit more. And even if it's at a higher price point, it's all right. I'm not one of those guys that I got to follow every shiny object and be the first one in line. I got no problem, man. I let things work themselves out, see how they troubleshoot, they increase, they decrease, stabilize, and I got no problem. I can come in a little bit later. So if you do it, there's nothing wrong with that. I've just been so phenomenally successful over these last few years. The markets over these last 3 years have been phenomenal. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. You know, when the businessman in office took over from Obama, Dow was at 18,000. It went all the way to 29,000. Then we self-imposed, shut everything down. It went back down to 18,000. Then it went back up to 29,000. Then, as of this past week, it was over 28. I mean, you gotta love. And in the economy, the market, it's not even fully open yet. That's what's scary about this. It's phenomenal. So, anyways, that's why I've made so much money, especially in the last 3 years. That the markets have been that good, and I've been heavy tech. This one's interesting. So for those of you who haven't checked out yet, you're going to check out now when I answer this question. A lot of you, you heard me mention that Republicans hate me because Republicans, politicians, are spineless, cowardice sellouts. The Loon Tunes, they are absolutely ungodly hypocrites. So I got everyone who hates me. So Republicans hate me, Democrats hate me, but that's awesome because at the end of the day, I'm a biblical capitalist. And if no one watches my videos, that's cool. I'm like doing this just for therapy for myself. But anyway, so the question here is, what are your thoughts on how this crazy election will affect the markets before and after the election? Very good question. Very good question. You have to understand, this is where I mentioned in previous videos about, self-awareness. You got to know what you're good at, what your strengths, weaknesses, what you have to work to improve, mitigate, bolster, all that kind of stuff. I want you to have as much awareness as possible. Again, Loon Tunes can't even understand a three-piece puzzle. That politics affect policy, which directly affects your money. Again, so Loon Tunes are going to say, man, Joel, he has good stuff, but you just got to get past his politics. No. You're a Loon Tune. You're a chaser. And you're going to keep chasing. I doubt you're going to become wealthy because if you can't understand the three-piece puzzle, that politics affects policy, which directly affects your money, you're a Loon Tune. You just are. When you watch that debate, Sleepy Joe, everything was warm and fluffy. We're going to bring people together. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bring people together. We're going to talk about it. The only thing that he said of substance was he was going to increase the corporate tax back to $29,000. Now, I've since read articles he's going to go beyond that, but regardless, he said it. Now, if a Loon Tune tells you he's going to increase taxes, politics affects policy, which directly affects your money. If a Loon Tune tells you he's going to increase taxes, he's going to increase taxes. If a Loon Tune tells you he's going to get rid of fossil fuels so we're no longer energy independent, what do you think is going to happen with the price of fuel and everything else? Everything else, all the other ancillary charges, it all increases. Again, politics affects policy, affects your money. So, what you have to understand is what these Loon Tunes are doing right now is legitimately, this is where the geopolitical self-awareness comes into play. What these loon tunes are doing right now is legitimately running a parallel election like we've never seen before. They're running a parallel election with this mail-in voter fraud scam, and everyone knows it's fraud. Everyone knows what the purpose behind it. Even you loon tunes, if there's a single one of you loon tune watching this, Ralph, you're a loon tune. Ralph, you know it's all about the scam. It's all about the fraud, and I get it. As long as we're just playing it straight, that's cool. So loon tunes are doing their scam. You got Hillary, who said like 2 months ago, under no circumstances should Sleepy Joe ever concede. So, I mean, you got Hillary out there just telling you, it doesn't matter, win, lose, or draw, you don't concede. Because the loon tunes are all about the chaos. We know we can't win, so we create chaos. Chaos begets fear, begets, it's all emotion. Chaos, fear, emotion. Hence, all the mask Nazis, all the nonsense, because look, no one's going to care about masks after the election. That's all nonsense. So the mask Nazis, they're going to fall off to the side. But this is why the loon tunes are running the parallel election. So there's mass chaos, which is going to lead to more fear and all that emotional nonsense. So how does this affect the markets? It's going to be choppy and dicey, I believe, for the next, definitely as build up to the election. After the election, the loon tunes are going to be on steroids. Okay, because I told you back at March Madness in Detroit, our D-Town meeting, I told you in Orlando, the businessman in office is going to be reelected. It's going to happen. Now look, if I'm wrong and this businessman in office is not reelected, I welcome and encourage and invite all of you. Unsubscribe, cash clear, boom, you're done, trust me. Forget about me. My pride can handle it. My honeypot, I'm good. My honeypot sustains me. I don't need to chase anyone for anything. So we're good. So if I'm wrong, call me a fool. Call me whatever you want and just ditch me. But here's what's going to happen. Loon tunes are going to go crazy. The markets are going to get dicey and choppy. The businessman in office is going to be reelected. Loon tunes are going to nuke the villages. It's going to go on for a period of time. Eventually he's going to continue because his hands are no longer going to be tied. The businessman in office is going to continue to take those chess pieces off the table. Eventually things are going to continue to stabilize and grow. This economy in that next term is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And the reason I also say that is two reasons, many reasons, but I'll give you two quick ones. Number one, he's definitely going to continue to lower taxes. That's the fastest way to inject stimulus into the economy. So he's going to further reduce taxes. I further evidence by the fact of his genius strategy. And yeah, I said genius. I mentioned it to people in Detroit. I mentioned Orlando. Many of you people thought I was crazy when I said this, but the businessman in office is actually a genius because there's things that no one talks about. If you look at the way he absolutely controls and regulates and runs the Fed right now, there's a reason why interest rates are at absolute zero, if not negative. It's flipping phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Why is it that the real estate market has been doing so well? Because the interest rates are so low. Why is it people have more purchasing power, like buying a car or whatever, at 0%? It's phenomenal. Now, I'm gonna show you this right here. Take a look at this. This is the bond yield. Now, what do we know about the bonds? We'll take pensions, for example. Pensions were always invested in the bonds. They were always invested in the bond market. But ironically enough, in order for these pensions, you always hear these stories about the pensions, they're going to go broke, they can't cover it, because they were always banking on the bonds yielding at least 7%. We haven't seen 7% in the bond market literally since the Reagan administration. Literally. So people think that if the interest rates are low, the economy is going to sink and not do well. That is not the case. Clearly that's not the case. When this scandemic hit, if you look at this right here, you can see, time this up, look at the month, look at the date. This is when Trump absolutely had total reason and cause to go in and start to overtake the Fed. There's a reason why it's at zero. Now, here's the downside to that. If you got money sitting in a savings account, you're getting nothing. Case in point. I literally I literally have my own slush fund, you know, money if I ever want to go buy something, if I'm traveling, whatever. I always keep at least $200K in it, right? A lot of money if I'm going to buy food, whatever. But let's be honest, not a lot of money in the whole wide scope of life, okay? But $200,000. Now, many of you, you've seen my bank accounts for my retirement accounts. 50%, I'm making 50% on my money in my investment accounts, as I should. That's where my money is. Those are my honey pots. Okay, but in my rainy day fund, my travel fund, whatever I want, $200,000. Okay, a lot, but not a lot. I checked it the other day. I had less than $5. It was $4. It was just over $4. I had less than $5 that month in interest on $200,000. I had less than, it was closer to $4. I don't remember, it was $4 and change. So on $200,000, I couldn't even get a Subway $5 fill up. It's crazy. But who cares? Who cares? I know that. I'm not emotionally attached to that. I know that. That's the rule of the game. This is just my quick liquid cash that I want for anything and everything. And therefore, I'm not looking for that to be an investment fund. Okay, if that's all the money I had, then I'd be an absolute fool to keep my money in there. So for those of you who are not investing, you're not becoming an investor, you're insane. Having money sitting in a savings account, a checking account under your mattress is insane. If on $200K I can't even get a Subway $5 fill up, are you flipping kidding me? But again, the genius is the bond market, the interest rates are so low, the economies are raging. Look at what I'm making. In my honey pots, I'm making 50% on my money. Why is all this possible? Because we have a genius businessman in the office. Take a look at this one. As an entrepreneur, I'm sure you can appreciate this one. The percentage of each president's cabinet who had worked in the private business sector prior to their appointment to the cabinet. Nothing speaks more volumes than this. You as an entrepreneur, I don't care how old you are, what your experience is, your height, your weight, your color, your religion, it doesn't matter. You are an entrepreneur. Politics affects policy, which directly affects your money. You should absolutely appreciate something like this. Joel, you're trying to push me away to vote? No, I'm not. I could care less what you do because it doesn't matter. I already know that at the end of the day, this businessman in office is going to be reelected. The markets are going to rage, almost like on steroids, and we're going to make that much more money. Now, I get it. Many people have been offended. I doubt you've went all the way through. I'm sure you've unsubscribed. I understand. You gotta go. Not every relationship is made to last forever. I get that. But for those of you who are still watching, who are serious, if you're done being a chaser and you want to be a creator, we look forward to working with you. But we need to, because look, I'm busy. My team is busy for sure. We got bigger projects we're working on. We need to be even more selective in who and how we engage people. So, many of you, for example, if you're a UMTPG member, I encourage you, if you're not, become a member. You know that if you are, we tip my people. That's where the priority is. We want to be able to answer your questions as quickly as possible. So you take a precedence over the fly-by-night, drive-by, brother-in-law, chaser questions. But if we do something in the future where it's kind of like that portal thing, which I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm not sure exactly what it would look like. We would kind of go in that methodology. You'd sign in, all of your information would be there. Anything you invested in, anything you purchased, all updates would be there regularly. That type of scenario. Because again, we just can't keep up with the chasers. It's like sand getting in the wheel and it's clogging up the works. We don't have time for that stuff. So we got to focus on people who are serious. So if you're serious, definitely look forward to continuing working with you. If we do, honestly, there's only one thing we could possibly do, and that is see you at the top.